Hello everybody, welcome to How to Make Your Wife Happy and Healthy. I have another recipe to you coming from Cooking Light, that now defunct magazine that had wonderful recipes that my family loved. Every time I pulled one out that looked good, I made it and it tasted wonderful. Unfortunately, that magazine stopped publishing, but I'm still left with some of the recipes that I can share with you. You want to know what's cooking today? Well, come on, let's get cooking. Today's shout out goes to
Matt, Haaker.
Thanks for supporting the channel.
Matt.
If you want to get a shout out on my next video, stay to the end to find out how. Today's not a fun recipe is pork medallions in a cherry wine sauce. Oh, it's so flavorful. Instead of pork medallions, we are going to be using pork chop center cut with the bone still in. Any cut of pork that's kind of white is very good. Tenderloin would be even better, but we're going a little cheaper.
Here are the ingredients.
1 pound of pork tenderloin. We're using pork chops. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 tablespoon of thyme. My family doesn't like it, so we're just gonna get rid of it. 1/2 cup of dry red wine. You know my philosophy though. Whatever's cheap will work. 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. 1 cup of chicken stock. Look for my epic hack coming up. 1/3 cup of cherry preserves. First thing we're going to do is get this pan nice and hot. Nice medium-high heat. I'm using my really powerful burner this time. Lots of heat coming from there. Heat up the pan, we're going to add the oil. So this is going to fry a lot, we're going to turn on the fan. Now the pan's hot, we're going to add a tablespoon of oil. If you look close to the pictures, I have 3 pounds of pork to cook. So I added some more oil than just 1 tablespoon. For each slice you cook completely, we're going to place it onto that plate. A good 1/4 inch thickness will make them cook really fast, about 2 minutes aside. You want to make sure you cook it thoroughly, because this is the only time we're going to cook the pork. I got half of it in the first time, I'll get the other half the next time. You can see a nice sear on that pork chop. Nice little bit of browning. We'll wait a little bit longer on the other one. There we go. This one up here Top right corner, very nice crusting. Looks beautiful. Cook for another 2 minutes on the other side. Let's take them off. The first one I put a little early. Looks good on both sides. This side's done. All about a little more brown on both sides. This one looks good. It's done. It's well done. Off. I'm going to reduce the heat. Next comes the wine. You can see all the smoke coming off, all the brown bits in there. Those are wonderful flavor bits. We're going to make sure to make those taste good. We'll take our cup of wine. We use that to deglaze our pan, get all those brown crusty bits from the cooking into the sauce. Scrape for a bit. Now we're going to add the salt and pepper. If you're going to add thyme, this is where you'd add the thyme. You can double the recipe, so there is going to be a teaspoon of black pepper. Teaspoon and a half of salt. Now if you don't like as much salt and pepper, you don't have to use so much. Again, that's where you'd put in the thyme if you're going to use thyme. We're not using thyme, so my family doesn't like thyme. So I avoid cooking with thyme. Whenever it says thyme, I just omit it. A good practice. Learn the kinds of spices your family likes. Make sure you add what they like. And do not add what they don't like. Or make substitutes. You could add instead, my family likes basil, so I could have added basil instead of thyme. They would like it okay. I just feel it doesn't need anything else. Okay, so once you made sure you got your pan nice and deglazed, all the brown bits have been introduced into the wine. Yes, looks good. So nice high level heat. Now we're going to need to make it a little hotter. Now we're going to add in the wonderful chicken stock. And here is one of my epic food hacks.
It's time for an epic food hack
with Daddy.
As you can see, I just poured it in straight. 2 cups of water. And then 2 cups of water means 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. Just add it straight into the pan. If you're going to use chicken bouillon, don't need to pre-do it. Don't need to use hot water and pre-cook it. Just use 2 cups of water and chicken bouillon. Okay, so that'll make a nice stock once it heats up. All the chicken bouillon will dissolve, because usually when you're adding chicken bouillon to anything, it's usually hot. Chicken stock, it's usually hot. So I'm adding bouillon instead. To do so, I pour it directly in, less cleanup, and a very beautiful, wonderful flavor. Also, you should add in, that's 2/3 1/3 cup of cherry preserves. This is where most of the flavor from the sauce comes, the cherry preserves. It's really nice. Now we're going to heat it up, get it nice and warm. The original recipe says to reduce it down to about half as much. You can decide how much you want to reduce it down, how little you want to reduce it down. We're going to let it boil down until we're satisfied. Then we're going to pour it over the pork. And that will be the pork tenderloin with cherry preserve sauce. Ooh, a very nice cherry preserve sauce. Makes it taste flavorful, wonderful. You can also keep your pork chops heated by putting them in the oven at a very low temperature, or wrapping them in foil to keep the heat inside to keep them warm while you're making the sauce. Now we're going to let it boil down and reduce down half as much as it was. We'll just let it go. Okay, we've been cooking it down for about 8 minutes or so, and you can see it's become a nice little thicker sauce. Or some of the liquidy aspect of it. Scrape the sides if you like to get the thickened part back in it. But it's a bit thicker, so now we're going to take the sauce, put it away from the heat, and pour it right over the pork. The pork is just waiting for this thickened sauce to be poured on it. All that cherry flavor. Make sure all the cherries are also in the preserves. There's a beautiful pork medallion with cherry wine sauce.
The very sweet cherry flavor mixed with the hard and not tender pork makes this one of the best porks I've ever had.
It's sweet, but then it has some pork flavor, which makes it salty. And sometimes sweet and salty works, sometimes it don't. This time it works.
Since you've made this far, go ahead and chop that like button just like we chowed down on some pork chops today. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell, notified of all my new videos that come out on Mondays. And just to mess with those who don't watch the outro part of the video, go ahead and slip the word karate into your comment down below for a chance at a shout out on my next video. Thanks for watching and have a happy and healthy